Football writes the most beautiful stories, but it also delivers the most brutal, unforgiving endings. In the summer of 2026, the global footballing landscape witnessed a historic heartbreak that no one saw coming. Two legends, two icons who defined an entire generation of football fans across the planet. One last dance on the grandest, most prestigious stage of them all. But there would be no fairy tale ending here. There would be no golden trophy held high under the stadium lights. This is the raw, tactical, and deeply emotional breakdown of how Neymar Jr. and Cristiano Ronaldo unexpectedly said their final, tearful goodbyes to the FIFA World Cup. It wasn't just a regular tournament defeat. It was a definitive, painful end of an era that left millions of fans in absolute silence. How did it happen? Who is to blame? Let's dive deep into the tactical collapses that shocked the world. Let's look at the first disaster that shook the tournament to its very core. Brazil arrived at the 2026 World Cup with one of the most star-studded, expensive squads in modern football history. They were hungry, motivated, and desperate to end their painful 24-year World Cup trophy drought. At the absolute center of this massive nation's hope was Neymar Jr. playing in what he had openly admitted to the media could be his final global tournament. The pressure on his shoulders was immense. During the group stage, everything seemed to be going perfectly according to the plan. Brazil cruised through their matches, looking like the unstoppable tactical juggernaut we all expected them to be. Neymar was pulling the strings beautifully from a deeper midfield role, showcasing his trademark flair, creating deadly chances, and leading a young, lethal Silicao attack. The quarterfinals paired them against a highly disciplined, tactical powerhouse from Europe. On paper, Brazil were the overwhelming favorites. In reality, a deadly tactical trap was already set. From the very opening whistle of the referee, it became instantly clear that this match did not go according to Brazil's script. The European opponents didn't try to play open football. Instead, they set up a brutally compact low defensive block, completely choking the space in the central midfield and double-teamed Neymar every single time he touched the ball. Brazil dominated over 70% of the total possession. But as we know in modern football, possession without penetration is completely useless. Neymar was forced to drop deeper and deeper into his own half, almost reaching his own centre-backs, just to spark the creativity that his team desperately lacked on the wings. As the clock slowly ticked past the 80th minute, frustration in the Brazilian dugout began to boil over. Brazil's young wingers were completely isolated on the flanks, unable to beat their markers. Then, the nightmare scenario happened. A sudden, lightning-fast counterattack caught Brazil's high defensive line completely off guard. A critical defensive miscommunication, a clinical low finish, and suddenly, Brazil were down 1-0.
With just 5 minutes of stoppage time remaining on the stadium clock, Brazil threw absolutely everyone forward, including their towering centre-backs, into the opposition penalty box. It was pure, unadulterated desperation. Neymar took the ball on the edge of the penalty box, dribbled past two defenders, played a brilliant, lightning-fast 1-2 with Vinicius, and unleashed a powerful, curling strike toward the top corner. The entire stadium held its breath. But instead of the net rippling, the ball rattled violently against the woodwork. The post denied Brazil. A collective, massive gasp echoed through the crowd. Seconds later, the referee blew the final whistle 3 times. It was officially over. Brazil were eliminated from the World Cup. Neymar collapsed heavily onto the pitch, burying his face in the green grass to hide his tears. The television cameras zoomed in close, capturing the image of a completely broken man. At 34 years old, his lifelong dream of bringing the sixth star to Brazil was crushed forever.
While South America was weeping for the downfall of Neymar, the European continent was preparing for its own massive, unexpected shockwave. Enter Cristiano Ronaldo. At 41 years old, Ronaldo had already defied human biology just by stepping onto the pitch in a 2026 World Cup tournament. Portugal boasted what many pundits called their greatest squad in decades, a team stacked with world-class, elite talent from Manchester City, PSG, and Manchester United. But Ronaldo's role in this golden squad had drastically shifted. He was no longer the undisputed, guaranteed starter on the team sheet. A fierce tactical debate had divided the entire nation of Portugal for months. Should the national team play with a fluid, younger, high-pressing attack, or should they trust the experience of the greatest goalscorer in international football history? In the crucial round of 16 match, the manager made a bold, shocking, and highly controversial decision that dominated sports headlines. Cristiano Ronaldo was dropped to the substitute bench, forced to watch the biggest game of his year from the sidelines. Portugal's opponents were the ultimate dark horse of the tournament, known across the footballing world for their relentless physical pressing, incredible stamina, and flawless counterattacks. Just 30 minutes into the first half, absolute disaster struck for Portugal. A dangerous, looping cross was whipped in from the left wing. The Portuguese goalkeeper misjudged the flight of the ball completely, coming out too early, and a towering, powerful header from the underdog striker put them ahead. 1-0 to the underdogs. Portugal looked completely panicked on the pitch, turning over possession cheaply. At halftime, the television cameras tracked Ronaldo walking urgently into the locker room, visibly upset and talking to his teammates. Finally, in the 55th minute of the second half, the entire stadium roared with immense energy as CR7 was subbed on. The mission given to him was simple yet heavy: save Portugal from humiliation. Ronaldo instantly injected a massive amount of urgency into the attack, demanding the ball at every opportunity, directing tactical traffic, and physically occupying both central defenders to create space. The final 15 minutes of the match were pure, unscripted chaos. Portugal launched cross after cross into the dangerous penalty area, but the opposition defense cleared everything with iron discipline. Then, in the 89th minute, the moment arrived. Ronaldo broke completely free from his defensive marker, latched onto a beautiful through ball from midfield, and fired a powerful low shot toward the bottom left corner. It looked like the classic Ronaldo savior moment, but the opposition goalkeeper made a miraculous fingertip save to tip it around the post. Time completely ran out for the Portuguese squad. The final referee whistle echoed across the arena like a thunderclap. Portugal were officially out of the World Cup. While the underdogs celebrated wildly on the pitch, Cristiano Ronaldo did not wait around. He didn't look back at the pitch, nor did he shake hands. He walked straight toward the player tunnel alone, and that is exactly where the tough mask finally slipped. As soon as he entered the shadows of the tunnel, away from the fans, the legendary CR7 broke down into uncontrollable, heavy tears. The brutal realization had finally hit him. His fifth and final World Cup journey had ended in complete darkness. The 2026 World Cup showed the entire world that football waits for absolutely no one, not even its undisputed kings. Neymar's beautiful samba flay and Ronaldo's unmatched, obsessive drive for ultimate greatness could not overcome the strict tactical maturity and clinical unpredictability of modern international football. They may have left this tournament in the most unexpected, heartbreaking fashion possible, but their footballing legacies remain completely untouchable. They changed how this beautiful game is played, how it is watched, and how it is loved by billions of people across the globe. As the tournament shifts and moves on into the final rounds without its two biggest stars, we as fans are left with the unforgettable, historic memories of two titans who gave absolutely everything for the flags on their chests. What do you think about these shocking exits? Was it bad tactics from the managers, or did the immense pressure finally get to them? Drop your hot takes and opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to MK Soccer Toons for more raw, unfiltered football breakdowns and tactical animations. We will see you in the very next video. Take care.